What's up, Melanated family? This is your brother Harrison Man back with a brand new episode of the Melanated Convo podcast. Today, we're gonna have, I had two sisters reach out to me that I'm familiar with. This Friday, these two sisters is actually having a Black Social Alliance mixer here in the Sacramento area. So all of my listeners who aren't from Sacramento, California is my hometown. So of course we always have to, support the people that are around me and make sure we, because black business is a problem all around the country. But it's very important to me that I address this issue here in my hometown. So we have two sisters on the show today who are going to speak about a Black social alliance mixer. So Black entrepreneurs and business owners can network as well as just gain alliances. Sometimes when you start in a business, the main ingredient you could be missing is just a connection or networking or someone who does this, who's good at that, and you guys come together. So the networking piece of starting a business is extremely important. So today on the show with me, I have Keisha and Shanita. How are you sisters doing today?
Hi,
Hi,
fine.
doing good.
Good, good, good. So do me a favor, you guys, and tell me, like, why did you decide to create this mixer on Friday?
So we decided to create this mixer because, like you said, there are a lot of black businesses out in the world, and we wanted to create a space and an opportunity for them to be able to come together, to join together. One thing we notice is a lot of other races always come together and they build with each other, but a lot of like people of color, we don't necessarily do that. So we wanted to
Hmm.
create a platform and a space for people to be able to come in and start that process.
Definitely, definitely. And like I said a few minutes ago, I think that is real important. Sometimes when we open up a business, I think there's a couple of mistakes that we tend to make. Sometimes we don't put um the necessary professionalism is it or in it, or
Hmm.
remove it from being like a hobby to an
Right.
actual business where you're paying taxes and you have
Right.
business cards and
Yeah.
websites. So I promote all of that, you know what I mean? Because I know a lot of people who have how can I put it, great ideas and great things they're doing, but it's more along the less of a hobby
Yes.
Right.
when it's not something you do every day and you haven't
Mhm.
put the necessary professionalism in it so people can respect you, because sometimes we get a bad knock in our community where if
Yeah.
you do open a business, everybody wants to fucking hook up, or they want you to
Yeah.
discount the price, or they want you to, and I'm trying to break that stigma. Now I know it's true. I can't
Yeah.
I can't
Yeah.
front, because I
It
get that too.
is.
I'm not gonna front like I don't know that's true, but I also know that it's something we need to get away from. If we walk into Macy's, ain't no damn way
You
you're
don't
gonna
want no
ask them for a
hookup.
discount.
Yeah.
You'll
Right.
go to the discount rack, but you're not gonna
Yeah.
ask
Yeah.
them, hey, you know what I mean?
No, as far
So
as that
Exactly.
go.
we need to
Yeah.
like recondition how we think about these kind of things. Now, you guys tell me, like, for being new business owners, what are some of the, well, first off, tell me, let me back up a minute. Tell me the type of business each of you have.
I have a online supply store for nail products where I sell nail products to licensed nail techs and student nail techs, and also practice kits and state board kits for them to be able to pass their state board and get their license to be licensed nail techs. So
Mm.
that's one of my things I have, business I have. And then I also do, I'm starting to branch into this now, is helping a lot of small businesses get just their foot off the ground with getting their business license, their fictitious business name, their LLCs, because like you said, a lot of people say they're in business, but they don't actually have none of these things behind it to back it up. So they're actually just, like you said, like a hobby, like they're not
Mhm.
really paying taxes. The IRS don't know that they're, a profitable business. They're not business building a business identity for themselves. So a lot of those things are very important if you want to take your business to the next level. And
Mhm.
that's what I'm here to do, is help those small businesses get that stuff done.
Good, good, good. And how about you?
So I am an event planner. I recently opened up so the place that we're having the mixer at is actually a building that I just opened up at the beginning of this month. It's called Dreamland Event Space. Um, like I said, I'm an event planner, so I do all type of events. I do weddings, birthday parties. I also do crafting. So if you need like favors or coffee mugs, things of that nature, I'm kind of in that whole creative realm. I just like doing things that make people happy. So
Mhm.
anything in that avenue. I also recently graduated from massage school, so I'm in the
Oh
process of
wow.
getting my massage business launched as well.
Cool, cool. That's good. And Shanita, you mentioned something that was interesting to me when we talk about nail technicians. Like I'm not a woman, so I never go get my nails done. Some men do, but it's not really my thing. But from what I understand, the majority of the nail shops and the owners are people that don't look like us,
Mhm.
particularly Asian people. Which I don't knock them. Like you got to market, you got to corner the market, do it. But I think sometimes there's a lot of things we spend money on that we don't
Mhm.
help make or that we
Right.
don't help fund.
Oh,
And I think
correct.
nails is one of those important things where all the sisters I know get their nails done,
Mhm.
but they're not getting it done by nobody that look like them. So that's important, y'all.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, there is starting to be a lot more nail techs that look like me that are African
Hmm.
American that are doing nails. So that's a plus. I think since the shutdown of COVID, a lot of people went to school because I did really well with selling school kits. So people
Hmm.
they took that time to go to school to actually get their license so that they can start doing nails. So that's a really good thing that I'm starting to see more African Americans doing nails. However, I don't see shops technically where you can go in where it's like all black,
Hmm.
but you can go to like their houses and things like that. But I haven't seen the takeover yet of where we're like on every street or every corner, a shop where it's like primarily black people in it doing nails, which is
Hmm.
something that I'm going to branch into hopefully this year. So that will be something else I take on.
Yeah, that's dope. That's necessary. And it all starts with people like you guys who want to, you know, be the trailblazer to a degree when deciding it's something we need to do. Because like I was saying before we start talking, we're in Sacramento, guys. This is a problem all over the country. That's why sometimes I bring on people from my city, but in Detroit, in Atlanta, in Wisconsin, wherever there's black people, there's a concentrated community of us. And at times we don't do a good enough job of working together or
Right.
just capitalizing off of the bottom line in how much we actually spend with other people. So,
Exactly.
guys, do me a favor and tell everybody here in Sacramento why they should come to the mixer on Friday.
You
Yeah.
know,
Okay, so I think that you should come because if you're new in business, if you've been in business for a while, or if you maybe just want to, have a moment to be social. We've been locked down with COVID. This will give you an opportunity to talk to other people, see other people. I know for me, it makes me feel good to see other people doing what I'm doing,
Mm.
and to be around other entrepreneurs really gives me a push and a drive. So we're trying to create, that feel. So it's like maybe you're not motivated today, but if you meet somebody else that does what you do or can, help you in the area, then it'll push you. So if you maybe don't know where to start or don't know who to talk to, this will be an opportunity for you to meet someone.
and then also to add to that, what Keisha was saying, why another reason why I want to do it as well is because I'm going to be launching soon here a website that is like a directory for black businesses here in Sacramento. And so I'm trying to
Mm.
build like a connection with everybody now so I could be able to have people on the site. So that way if one of us is looking for a caterer or we're looking for someone who does nails or we're looking for a hair person or whatever, we can just go to this directory, this website or the app, and you can just find someone that's in the area that's local. If they have any deals running, you'll be able to see who all has, the deals running or who has the best deal for you.
Mhm.
Also, their reviews, you'll be able to see that also on the site. So just trying to get everybody collected into one space so that we can
Yes.
see our people, like
Mhm.
what businesses we have here in Sacramento. So that way we can support each other. That's the biggest
Right.
thing. So we can start
Support
supporting black.
for sure.
Yep. And all of this is very important throughout my time of being in this space where I actually talk to people verbally. It's been a mission of mine. So I always input different black businesses and talk about it. I try to walk what I talk. So I'm the clothes I wear and how I dress. And when I need something done, I try to search for someone black first. That's kind of my rule,
Right.
regardless of what I'm about to buy. I try to find someone black first. And depending on what it is, man, that shit is hard sometimes, just unfortunately.
Yeah.
Or you
Right.
find somebody who may do a good job, but it's not professional enough. So you don't have a
Mhm.
business card, you don't have a brick and mortar. So it's
Mhm.
difficult for me to trust you. That's what all business owner need to know of all races. Like
Right.
there's a trust factor in doing business. People,
Correct.
I would promote businesses on my show, but I'm always telling my viewers, hey, I know how hard you work to make your money. Like, let's
Right.
not devalue each other. Just because you got a business don't mean I'm gonna shop with you. Just on some real shit. It's the difference between me going to you and an Asian person, or a Indian person, or whatever, is the quality of the product and the service. And then the tiebreaker becomes that you black. Sometimes
Mhm.
we think just because I'm black and you black, I got to give you my money, but I worked hella hard for my goddamn money. So I just
Yeah.
don't give it to you unless you are qualified. And then what I do, you guys, when I see people who aren't doing good business to a degree, I don't come on here and shit and shit on them or talk shit behind their back. I call them or we talk and I say, hey,
Right.
I'll recommend doing this. Like, I'll recommend getting some business cards or a
Right.
website or something like that. You know what I mean? So that's always beneficial. So do me a favor, guys, and tell everybody the time and the location of the social mixer.
So the time, so it's this Friday, is February 18th. It's at
Mhm.
from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. So it's just 2 hours. And then the address is 6700, so 6700
Mhm.
Freeport Boulevard, sorry. Again, that's in Sacramento, California. And then it'll be in Suite 202.
Got it. Got it. All right. All right.
And
Well,
we
thank
are
you.
gonna be giving away prizes.
Mm.
We're gonna have a raffle there, and we'll also be having like takeaway prizes for everybody who show. Well, actually, for the first 20 people that show up, we'll have some takeaway prizes and refreshments as well.
There we go. Good stuff. Good stuff. You guys are definitely on the right direction. So I appreciate you guys for coming on the show and speaking about what you're doing this Friday. I'm gonna try my best to make it as well, Shanita, just so I can show support. But
Please
you
We
do.
know,
appreciate that.
I'm all of this inspires me, man. I'm aware of how America works, and most of us get a job and rely on that source of income to feed our families, to put us on vacations, to provide any type of wealth in the future. And I don't even knock someone who does that, because that's just how we were trained as individuals, as humans, really. You know what I mean? But
Right.
anytime I see somebody who's stepping outside of that hamster wheel and say, no, I'm gonna do something that requires my time, my energy, hella sacrifices, this is all beneficial. You know what I mean? The more of us who decide to operate like this, the better it'll be for all of us. You know what I mean?
Right. Yep. And we just want to, one last thing, we just want
Yes.
to
Go
say
ahead.
if there's any male businesses out there,
Mm.
this is not a women's social event.
Not
It's
at
for
all.
any small business that's black owned. We encourage you to come if you just started. If you're thinking about starting, you never know who you're going to meet there that could
Exactly.
be beneficial to you and your startup, or that could help you, so this is just a way to connect. And we're looking for male and female businesses,
Right. And
business
also
owners.
to people that maybe you want to find somebody that does the service, because it's a mixer for businesses, but we also want to connect people to possible like consumers.
Yeah.
So it's
Mhm.
not just going to be people that do business, because maybe someone will come, you're a photographer. Now you guys can book an appointment or link that way.
Mhm.
Because like you said, it's really hard to find what you're looking for.
Yes.
So we're
Mhm.
trying to create something all the way around that everybody can meet and get what they need.
Definitely, fellas. You hear what they saying? They trying to say it nicely to you, but we need to pull up to this kind of shit, because men, and then sometimes just black people in general. Because in Sacramento, I've been to a lot of like lectures and little conscious
Oh God.
events where somebody that's a author or just a really impressive person to me, but it'd be like six people there, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
But we gotta call our, because I talk a whole bunch of shit about racism. That's I'll be on that. But we gotta call our people to the table too, because you're not gonna come to a mixer or to a lecture, but let Lil Boosie come.
Yeah.
Lil
Right.
Boosie come to the city,
Yeah.
y'all shutting that shit down. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Yeah.
So sometimes our priorities aren't always focused on what we need opposed to what we want. So fellas, make it a point, man. You got a business, bring some business cards.
Yes.
Even
Yes.
if you don't, just come and talk, and
Right.
you'll be surprised who knows who can supply you with something. And a lot of times it's not even what you know, it's who you know. So these type of
Exactly.
events are extremely important in getting the word out about what you're doing. So again, ladies, thank you very much for coming on the show today.
Thank you
Thanks
for
for
having
having
us.
us.
Definitely, definitely. So we're gonna blast this out tomorrow and have everybody that we can pay attention to what you guys are doing. And sometimes you guys, even if they don't come this time, or even because sometimes people are busy and going through stuff and they may see something at the last minute. So even if they don't come this time, if you guys are consistent with whatever your message is, it'll eventually fall in line.
Yeah.
You
And
just
we
gotta be
plan on doing
consistent
it
and stay at it.
again. We plan on trying to do it at least once a month, because you just never know who you'll meet the next time. So
Yeah.
we
Exactly.
want it to be something that's reoccurring.
Yes, definitely, definitely, definitely. So everybody, please, if you're in the Sacramento area, if you're available this Friday, the 18th, from 7 to 9 p.m., got my sister Keisha, my sister Shanita. They're both gonna be in the building. This
Yes.
is Friday, the 18th, from 7 to 9 p.m. 6700 Freeport Boulevard. And what's that suite number again?
202.
Suite 202. Bring some business cards and get yourself acclimated with the business owners here in Sacramento. So again, thank you for being on the show today, ladies. You guys have a good evening.
Okay, thank
Thank
you.
you.
All right, bye-bye. All right, look at that, y'all. Keisha, Shanita, you know what I mean? They putting it down here in the Sacramento area. Black business is important, family. I'm probably going to end up doing it like that now, just for everybody who has been following me. And there was a time where I did a Black business spotlight at the beginning of the show. But really, this whole journey for me, family, has been attempting to make what I do as viable as possible, as interesting as possible, as intriguing as possible. So sometimes forgive me if you see me pushing my movement in a particular direction, and then let's say I pivot to do something else or add something else or remove something. Just keep in mind, I'm not being like scramble minded. I'm just trying to be as productive as possible. Like I'm trying to be as efficient as possible. Like this is a space where it's content. People are listening to you. So I try to make sure it's intriguing to a degree, that it's insightful, that it's something you would want to actually visually look at or actually hear. You know what I mean? So I've been making changes here or there, but all of it is in an attempt to improve what I'm doing, family, and do this for y'all, man. So you guys can be as impressed as impossible, make you want to tune in, make you want to rock with your boy. You feel me? So now that we got the sisters out the way, again, this Friday, 7 to 9 p.m., Black Social Mixer Alliance. You feel me? Get some allies in your life. You feel me? That's what they're talking about. Get to the mixer. Excuse me. Put out your business cards. Talk to some people about what you do. Networking is extremely important if you want to be successful in business. Never forget that. Now, let's get to it. What we going to do today, kind of like a little impromptu show I wanted to do, right? Now, man, I be getting on one, y'all. Like, I be seeing videos about shit. I be like, man, fuck that. I gotta talk about that. You know what I mean? And now the system I currently use, the technology's better. So I'll be like, nah, I can't let that slide. This is the Melanated Convo, right? This is about conversations involving our people, relationships, sex, drugs, religion, kids, man, name it. Name it. We're gonna have a conversation about everything, regardless if it's difficult, regardless if it's funny or entertaining. I like being entertained. I'm not hella serious all times of the day. But sometimes there's moments where we got to put that shit to the side and get to it. You feel me? So that's what we're going to do today. Now, first video, I'm actually going to show you two videos today that I have to provide commentary on because we be, I'm sorry, because we be on some fuck shit sometimes. Just sorry to put it that way, but we have to address how we treat each other. We have to address how we perceive each other. We have to address maybe some of us, newsflash, maybe some of us in our community aren't doing too well mentally. Maybe some of us need to go sit with somebody. Maybe some of us need to realize, you know what? Throughout my childhood, throughout my past, there's been some trauma inflicted on me, and I haven't been addressing it for whatever reason. Now, this is all of us, like on some real shit. I'm not excluding myself, family. All of us have to realize, there may have been some things in my past. There may have been some things with my mom, my dad, my neighborhood. You feel me? My struggle, right? All these different things can put you in a position mentally where you may not know how to deal with it as well as you should, right? So the first video we're going to watch, and again, I'm going to be adding my commentary throughout the video, but the first video we're going to watch is really a conversation between a Black couple. That's what I'll call it. Now, granted, I have to always give the disclaimer. When looking at these videos and shit, any of this shit can be staged. Like, we have to be real. The internet isn't really a real place. There's always real moments, but in general, it's not really a real place. So I always assume that the video I'm watching or I'm showing you guys is a real video, non-actors. Even if it is, the scenario still holds true. But I like to give that disclaimer because it'd be a lot of bullshit out here. And I'm not going to act like that's not the case, right? So let's get to it, family. I'm excited. We're gonna break this thing down and get the Black family right. How y'all doing, man? Hit that like button. Subscribe to the Melanated Convo on YouTube. You feel me? If you don't like watching videos, then you can rock with the digital side of things. You go to Overcast, you go to Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify. Facebook has a podcast section now as well, where they release audio of podcasts. So that's a great thing. Rock with that if you need to. So let's go. This first video is a conversation between a couple, and we need to get into, as men, like how we treat each other, like how we treat our women. We need to get into, as women, why are women picking the kind of men they pick? Why do men pick the kind of woman they pick, right? This is alarming. Granted, we all go through issues where we argue. Like if you're in a relationship, healthy or not, you're going to have disagreements. That goes without saying. But how do you handle those disagreements? How violent do you get? How disrespectful do you get, right? All this shit matters. So let me let you listen to a little bit of this, and I'm going to give my commentary. Let's go.
Nico is fucked up, mentally fucked up, financially, the fucked up. Nico's fucked up, absolutely. And Nico dying, don't Nico get motherfucking cancer, bitch? Exit.
Yeah.
Stage motherfucking left, Nico.
Instagram knockouts last night. Neighborhood, nigga. Okay. We was having our way.
Neighborhood, nigga. I know you
15 bitches.
15
that
bitches.
look better than you on
that's
your
fine.
On your
and
best
that's fine.
day.
You still eat my motherfucking ass, bitch.
Not no more.
It's cool, and that's fine.
That's the talk. How does this
look? You look fucking stupid. Get the fuck on, bitch.
Man.
Bye.
Hope it was worth that though.
I hope it was worth it.
I'm about to walk in the rain.
I was
So look, sometimes, like, if we're gonna have a disagreement, this new generation, and even these folk, these black folks look like they could be my age, if not older, right? So we have someone holding the camera, and we're gonna get into what this brother is about to do, like how he about to come in, or what the kind of nonsense he about to bring her way. But sometimes holding the camera can be deadly too. Like holding the camera at times is helpful. Like it'll show us police violence, it'll record an incident, but sometimes you could be helping. Like we're gonna get into it in a minute. If this sister's really in trouble, you need to be helping. Like you need to be helping. You need to figure out a way. Shit, call the cops, call somebody. Like intervention ain't just putting a goddamn camera in somebody's face. And then when we get upset at each other as black folks, when we get in these diatribes with our significant other, we get to telling all this shit we feel. Like, I don't fuck with you, bitch, you ugly, bitch, you fat, you ain't got no money. This is, do you know when you approach somebody this way, this is a bad reflection on you. This ain't got nothing to do with them. All of us are choosing our mate. Like, let's shit, let's start there. All of us are choosing the person we are going to interact with. Nobody made us do it. I don't give a fuck what you're going through in your life. You're doing bad. You're not doing bad. You're going through mental shit. At the end of the day, this is the person you chose. You know what I mean? So let's be more careful in who we pick. Now, granted, we are going to have disagreements being in relationships. That goes without saying. But when it gets too disrespectful, when it gets too outlandish, then you may have to consider, okay, why did I accept this person in my life? You may want to go to the point that, okay, they're on some bullshit. They shouldn't be talking to me this way, all that. That's true, but everybody should be personally accountable for how they're reacting to things, personally accountable for how they actually got to the situation they're in. Now, watch some of this shit, man. It's about to get worse.
I don't give a fuck what you do, but you got to go.
Oh.
You got to
You
go.
doing something else on me?
You got to go.
I'm gonna
You're
tear this
getting the fuck
motherfucker
up out of here.
I'm telling you.
You're getting the fuck up out of
I'm
here.
protecting myself.
You're
and I'm
getting
certified to carry, but you don't even know what I got.
Oh.
Wait a minute. So wait one motherfucking minute. Are we telling a woman, where are we at in society right now, family? What the shit? What the fuck are we actually doing in society right now? Where we got men telling a woman, I'm licensed to carry, back up. So are you saying you're gonna shoot this woman? Is that what you're saying, fam? What do y'all know niggas like this? Listen, man, we have so many different issues inundated in our community daily, monthly, from every direction in this society. We can't have niggas like this no more. Like, if you over 35 and you conducting yourself like this, family, I don't give a shit. I'm not giving you no kind of passes. Now, granted, you can be dealing, like I was saying, like the title of the show, you can be dealing with mental health issues that need to be addressed immediately based on things you've been through in your life. When are we as individuals gonna say, okay, that's the case with me. I got to get this shit checked out. Mentioning the fact that you can carry a weapon and you finna brandish it on your woman, I can't help but think to everything that happens in our society. And nigga, what was you doing when Trayvon Martin got killed? All these men who were quick to pop off on somebody black, man or woman, where you be at when the police be fucking with us? Where you be at when it be some shit involving somebody that don't look black? Oh, I get it. I know. You niggas is scared. That's what it is. You're scared of Whitey. That's Jesus in your mind. You see what I'm saying? So we need to get off this shit where we're so quick to attack one another, but ain't got no smoke for nobody outside of our community. So let's look at a little bit more of this ignorance from our people. We got to call it what it is. You feel me? We can't just be on some shit where we want to call out racism and call out how other people treat us. No, we need to look at how we treat each other. Now, granted, I always put the disclaimers. The video can be fake. This brother could be mentally ill. We don't know the exact deep. We don't know what happened after this or before this. We always have to give the disclaimers, but we're looking at it for what it is, right? So let's continue. Watch some of this niggatry, goddammit.
Put your hands on me again.
Get the fuck on, Nico.
May God help me.
Nico, dang up.
On Rita Dixon and
Nico.
Wanda's short spray, I'm gonna pop you.
Okay, do you hear this? Something's wrong with this brother. Something seriously wrong with this brother. If he's threatening, doing some kind of goddamn prayer, then threatening his woman or whoever she is, saying he gonna pop her. Like, you need to get an actual gun to be able to deal with a woman. Kind of shit.
Hey, that's
Try
fine.
me. Try me.
That's
I'm
fine.
protecting my life.
Get the fuck on.
Legally.
Broke ass motherfucking niggas.
Walk away from me.
Nico.
I don't want to shoot you.
Nico.
That's completely dysfunctional, family and women. I'm gonna talk about this stupid ass. Still got a knife now. We're gonna talk about that in a second. But look, family, another thing, women and men, quit talking shit about the financial state of your partner. Quit talking shit about the mental state, the financial state. All of this shit is something you approved. Like, I used to do this. Like, you are making yourself look stupid when you talk about the financial status of your partner. You talk about how they ass look, how they ain't got this, how they ain't got that. Your ass chose this person. So really the question is, what's wrong with you, woman? Right? We gotta holler at our sisters sometime directly. If you picked a dude who ain't got a job, who sleep on his mama couch, who's some fantastical ass gangbanger in his mind, whose fault is that? And then, to top it all off, we be in dysfunctional relationships like this. You know what we do? We say, okay, I'm dysfunctional. You dysfunctional. You know what we should do? We should have a damn baby. What sense, family? What sense does that make? I pray these two don't have a child together. Watch some more of this.
I'm gonna cut your fucking eyeball. No, I'm not. No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
So at this point, the person with the camera, okay, filming is over. The movie's over, goddammit. This shit's finna turn into a horror flick. We don't know the mental state of this black man. He got a knife pointed at a woman. What are we gonna do? Keep filming? Okay, you filming and you can prove he killed her. But what if he come after you next? Call somebody. This is a cop moment. Everybody be like, don't call the cops. We ain't snitching. Shit. Unless you know some brothers who finna come over there and detain his ass. But other than that, you can't pull a knife on a woman like that, a big ass knife. So that's why I say I put mental health in the title, because I think I have to kind of, looking at what this brother's doing, I think something's wrong mentally. You know what I mean?
Pouring fucking
And you
drinks
got a knife?
on my daughter's
You got a
dick.
knife?
I
And
do,
I'm
because
forced to
I'm
shit.
afraid. I'm afraid I'm in my
You
fucking
afraid?
house.
Cause some drink was on you.
Listen,
Nico,
don't
get
touch me
that
no more.
motherfucking knife
Or what?
out my face.
Or what? I
Bye,
know she
Nico.
recording me.
Bye, Nico. Bye,
Don't
Nico.
touch me no more.
Bye, Nico.
Don't listen.
Nico.
Do you think I won't fucking
Nico.
stab you guys?
Nico.
Do you think I won't fucking stab you? Touch
Nico.
me again.
Nico. Bye, Nico.
I'm already dying of
Bye. I
cancer.
don't give a fuck, Nico. Bye, Nico.
This nigga didn't say he's dying of cancer. I didn't hear that before. What the fuck? Okay. What the fuck? I'm sorry. I'm sorry for laughing, but man, we gotta do better, family. So you dying of cancer, so what, you gonna just kill her so you can die quicker? so you can go to jail? Shouldn't you be relaxing? Shouldn't you be traveling to Hawaii? Nigga, if you about to die of cancer, you ain't spending time with your kids? Come on, man. Again, mentally, something can be wrong with this brother. So I'm going to play a couple more minutes of it just because there's a couple more points I want to make. But I'm laughing because shit like this be funny at times. But this ain't no laughing matter. What if he actually stabbed her? We see these kind of cases all the time. You know what I mean?
Everything I love.
Bye, Nico.
I'll cut your left eyeball out.
Nico.
You're pouring some shit on my daughter's gift.
Nico.
Touch me again.
I was watering your
Touch
flowers.
me again. Touch me again.
Yo,
Touch me again. And I'll cut your fucking intestines out your stomach.
Nico.
Stop fucking. Listen, Fruity.
Nico.
Look at that. So we don't know what's going on, and you're still fucking recording. Shouldn't you be calling the authorities if you can't call some brothers from the neighborhood to get her out of this situation? We don't know what's happening right now. This nigga got a goddamn machete. Obviously, something's wrong with him. I'm not gonna think for one moment this is a completely sane man who pulls a machete on a goddamn woman after threatening to pop her, talking about it's within his rights to have a gun and he's a legal carrier. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? All the shit that we got going on in our community, and I know people always tell me shit like we can't worry about the Negroes in the community who do shit like this. Like that don't represent us. We can't have it both ways, family. All of us are members of the village. All of us. You can't discount some because they acting stupid. You can't do that. No. They members of the village now. If they some coons, if they don't mean us no good, cool. We discipline them in private. We bring them in private and say, hey, this is what we see you doing. This is what you got to do, or we gonna ostracize your ass. But going in front of people who don't look like us and treating our people like shit, that's being off code. But I'm to the point now, family, where I'm not throwing nobody away. Unless you continually put yourself in a certain position, then we're gonna have to move you to the side while still monitoring you to make sure you don't fuck nothing up. But these are our family members, because people will say, okay, these type of black folks don't reflect who I am. And well, no, these are victims of white supremacy, just like all of us, aren't they? If we have a brother who's mentally ill in his neighborhood, me go back to my thing, man, so I can spit one time. If we got a brother who's mentally ill in his neighborhood, he's mentally ill because maybe he had trauma as a kid. He got played with by somebody. He was neglected by his mom. He was given these ADHD fucking medications by the school system, right? Any way you turn, a lot of this shit is still based on the system that we live in. So yeah, I get tired of seeing nigga shit too, right? I get tired of seeing brothers and sisters conduct themselves in a certain way. But at the end of the day, we all in the same boat. Regardless of your educational status, regardless of the kind of position you've obtained in this society based on finances or your hard work or whatever, at any moment we can be a goddamn hashtag, right? At any moment, any of us can be in a particular position where this system has a leg up on us and they treating us a particular way because we're black. So I'm, at this point, family, I'm not going to throw all my brothers and sisters out simply because they do things that we don't agree with, because a lot of the shit they do is nothing more than a byproduct of the system they've had to endure, right? Everybody doesn't have the wherewithal to go through different types of trauma and come out on the other side unscathed. That's extremely rare. You feel me? So a little bit more, and then I'm going to cut it off. Hold on one second. Wait, where is it? There we go.
I am.
Chill out. Chill the fuck out.
I just set them on blue times.
Nico.
Warning to take the certified security officer.
Nico, chill out. Chill the fuck out. Nico,
For what?
stop, bro. Nico, stop, bro. Nico.
What you think you a gangster?
Nico, stop. Nico, stop.
You better stop playing with me.
You
I'm
stop.
real quick.
All right,
Damn, nigga.
okay, Nico. Get the fuck, please get off my sister. Get off my sister, Nico. Nico, get off.
Okay, that's enough of this shit. But we see the brother got a knife in his hand, and you filming talking about get off my sister. That I don't know if that's gonna help. How about you call somebody? Because he got a knife. You a woman. I don't recommend trying to accost them, trying to get the knife from them, but do something. And this is dysfunctional, family. It happens all the time. It happens all the time. Granted, we don't know what happened before the video. We don't know what happened after the video. But brothers in our community, we got to do better than this, man. You talking about crip this, crip that, crip this. At this point, are you niggas just gangbanging to kill each other? Now, I know, or cause dysfunction in our community. Now, I know, excuse me, we can't speak in absolutes. I know there are brothers in the community who are ex-gang members who are currently involved to a degree now, who do good things in the community, who try their best to navigate young men away from the bullshit, but there isn't enough of them who actually conduct themselves like that. Because at this point, either you are going to help our community or you're not. Either you for the positive forward movement of our community or you for all the bullshit. There's really no in between at this point, right? Everything we have to deal with, we really don't have time, like on some real shit, family. We really don't have time for all the nigga shit, right? Deal with your traumas. Deal with your dysfunctions. Know that this is what you're going through. I feel for you, man. I'm not throwing you out. I'm not judging you. We all got dysfunctions in different things we go through mentally, different things we've had to deal with throughout our life that hasn't been dealt with currently in present day. You see what I'm saying? So I show y'all that video just as a quick example of the need for us to communicate better. Like, what if these two individuals have kids? How is he going to be able to effectively communicate with his child and give a kid the directions necessary to be a positive member of society if he can't even deal with his woman? And this is real shit, fam. This goes for men and women. Every day, we actually have to strive to be better. Every day, we have to strive to put ourselves in a position mentally and physically where we can be as advantageous to the people around us as possible. If not, what the fuck are we doing? Right? We got kids looking at us. This is all of us. I'm always speaking to me too. Just keep that in mind. We got kids looking at us. We got young people looking at us. What are we going to do? Now, there's going to be moments in everybody's life where you lose it a little bit, right? Like, not as bad as that, but maybe, who knows what you're going through in your house. I ain't going to judge you, but you have to be mindful of how things like this can negatively affect us. Like in that situation, I was laughing a little bit because the dude, some of that shit he was saying was funny, but what if he ends up stabbing her? We look at black women getting killed all the time, right? Let's keep it real. How black women are treated in this country is a travesty. How their murders and their like finding them when something happens, it never seems like a priority. Keep that shit real, right? So we got to protect our women. Starting with us, though. You got to start shit. You can't protect women if you ain't protecting your woman. If you ain't protecting your daughter. You know what I mean? So, man, let's do the fuck better is what I'm trying to say. So hopefully they got that shit together. Like I said, we don't know what happened before or afterwards. Hopefully they made up and he realized he was on some fuck shit and he gonna change that. You never know. You feel me? Now, next, this is funny. All of it is about mental health. I promise you. That's my angle. I promise you that's the point I'm trying to make here. Mentally, how we're dealing with things creates an outward inconsistency. Like it creates outward actions that are negatively affecting all of us. You feel me? So next video. I seen this video on, both of these are actually from Facebook. I was like, you know what? I gotta play this shit to the family. This video here happens all the time in our community. And I personally, if you put it there, don't have a problem with homosexuality. Meaning, if someone's gay for whatever reason, because there's an argument about, was he born that way? Did somebody touch him? I don't have a problem with homosexual men. Now, I have a problem with the propaganda surrounding the LGBTQ movement in America and how you get villainized for saying particular things about gay people. Some gay men that are black, gay men and women that are black, kind of separate themselves from the black community if they're gay and black. So there's a lot of little small things that I have an issue with how this country reacts to homosexuality as it relates to the black community. But in general, my brothers and sisters who are gay, I don't give a shit about that. If the shit pop off, if the revolution pop off, if we have to be in a position where we have to fight for the liberation of black people, you gonna ride? It's my only question. If you're gonna ride, you're gonna ride. Let's go. All the other shit we can talk about later. You know what I mean? All the little inconsistencies I see in your community, and these are just conversations. None of this shit should separate us. You know what I mean? Some of this shit is all a part of why there is no unity. But this type of gay man, that's what I'm getting to. This type of gay man I have a problem with, just on some real shit. So I'm going to play some of this video as I speak, but this is a problem, family. Hold on one second. I need to share it. Let me see which one it is. Hold on. No, it's that one. Okay, so listen to this interaction. And I promise you this shit happens all the time. Again, video could be fake. We don't know what happened afterwards. We don't know what happened before. We're taking it at face value, but who knows? But I'm sure this shit happens all the time. Let's go.
No, go down some more. Go down some more. Well, let me see what you got here. No, you don't even check that out. None of that.
These are two men, just to give you a little context. This is a brother in the car, and there's two transsexuals standing outside of his vehicle, right? Look at how he speaks to them. Look at the energy he's giving them, family. This shit happens. Can't nobody tell me nothing different. We got too many brothers in our community. When we say this whole down low shit, it's real. I don't know the numbers, but I know we got brothers in our community who don't think they gay because they fucking a transsexual. So let's go.
I don't want you feeling them because you a man.
Okay, what they got to do with it at the end of the day?
I called y'all to the cover. I ain't want y'all to sex me down or none of that. I said I need directions.
You like it, babe. You like it.
No, the fuck I don't.
If you didn't like
She
it,
said you like it.
I ain't got nothing against
That's everybody.
Okay, so
I'm not that type of guy.
you want to party with Carter or no?
You got jiggling, you know.
You got a ding-a-ling, though, just what he said.
Okay, if it's so big, then let us see you.
Nobody gonna know.
Let us see.
Okay, if it's so big.
Nobody gonna know what's going on. I'm very sensitive.
I want to know who's going to know.
No. I bet you know. Because you a dude.
Yeah, because we expecting he's like, I'm going to get hard.
Well, I'm gonna go in your ass.
Wait a minute. Is this... No, I'm watching it again. Is this an undercover brother's way of flirting? Is this nigga flirting with these transsexuals? Why? Watch how it goes down, family. This is real shit, man. Let's not act like this ain't a problem. We need to... If you are openly gay man, so be it. Like, who gives a shit? Like, as long as your mental health is cool, as long as you can go through life getting what you need to get done. And I know how it could be difficult for you. I'm not comparing that shit to the black struggle by no stretch of the imagination, but I'm sure it's tough. I'm sure it's difficult. I'm sure there's hurdles and shit you got to overcome. Even though y'all got a hell of a protection mechanism in today's society, but I'm talking shit. But in general, I understand it could be difficult, right? But brothers, you can't be on some down low shit, man. If you're a homosexual man, be that. You know what I mean? Because you walking around acting like you're not gay with a family, and you're having sex with your wife while you're messing with dudes too. Like this shit is actually crazy. That should be frowned upon by all of us. You feel me?
So if I fuck your dick, how much?
Do you hear this man? Now again, I don't know this brother if he's playing, if this is a skit or a satire, nigga, you're pushing it. If this shit ain't real, I don't know what angle you using, player, to get through to us, because the shit ain't working. But did you hear this man talk about how much it's gonna be for head? How much it's gonna, dude? This happens, y'all. Let's not front, man.
What you gonna be? Oh no, baby. You won't pay $40?
Nope. Ain't no $40.
Okay, 50 though, 50.
Give me 75.
Okay. What we gonna do?
You just said that was $80 purse. You can't spend $60 on it.
Baby, it's possible with 8,000.
I tell you what, I'm the one that's in the bottom motel. I don't know. I just called the motel to try to find me. I can't find no.
Okay, how much you gonna take? How much you gonna take though?
Hey, look, let me tell y'all something. Ain't no fucking in no ass.
Boom. That's what I want y'all to hear. Do you know that's some crazy shit? Do you know a lot of men, and I don't give a fuck who say anything, this is real. Hear me out, black family. Do you know a lot of men in our society who have sexual interactions with other men? They think they're not gay because they're not getting penetrated. I'm going to keep it PG-13 as much as I can. They think they're not gay because they're not getting penetrated. in their minds, right? Like, this is how a nigga can go to jail and be like, I'm gay for the stay. No, nigga, you're gay all day. Not for the stay. It's just kind of who you are. It's a part of who you are. You're actually bisexual, sir. You know what I mean? So, newsflash, black men, stop that shit. If you're attracted to a man, deal with that. Deal with that. Maybe somebody touched you when you was a kid. Maybe since you was a kid, because this is a lot of niggas too, since you was a kid, you've been attracted to men. But for whatever reason, because you're masculine, because you're a star athlete, because you're hella brolic, right? You don't think you think something's wrong, or you think you just tripping. Nah, bro, you're bisexual. You could just be gay too, so keep that in mind. But you're bisexual. Deal with that shit. This is how women be getting AIDS and all this shit be getting transmitted, because you got a wife and kids, but you creep with a dude. This is fucking disgusting. Like, but let's be mindful. This is a mental type of ailment to a degree, family, because this is a man who everything about, and I'm just playing psychologist here. I don't fucking know, but I have a good idea. This is a man who is, everything about him is manly. How he talks, how he walks, how he stands, how he addresses the world. Everything is manly, but he's attracted to men. What do you do in that situation? What do you do? Like, what is the actual route to putting that out there and still being confident and being who you are? I say it has to be tough. Just tell everybody, fam. Just tell everybody. You want to be in a relationship with a man, which is cool, but don't be out here fronting. Don't be out here. And I ain't gonna say no names, but there's hella men in the industry, rap industry, music industry that I look at, and they done a whole bunch of shit where I'm like, all right, he fuck dudes, like just on some real shit. But he presenting himself to us like it's not happening. Think about how much that's going down in entertainment, where men we know that we look at, brolic, manly, right? Assertive, alpha, huh? Alpha my ass. But this is real shit. And I think that's like a mental ailment that men have to deal with. You have to come to grips with that, because you're living a lie. And I can only imagine, just on some real shit, like all jokes to the side, I can only imagine how much that can weigh on your psyche, how much that can weigh on how you actually move around in this world day to day. So with this brother, that video was funny to me, but I guarantee you this is a lot of dudes like this. I guarantee you a lot of dudes on some real shit, once all these transvestites start becoming popular, right? Once it start becoming popular to see a man that is dressed like a woman, but is still a fucking man, I bet a lot of dudes got hyped. Like, yeah, now I can get the most of both worlds. I can give me a dude who looked like a goddamn woman, but is still a dude. It's the same thing. And any man who say they got fooled and they had sex with a transvestite and they didn't know it was a man, and bullshit. Bullshit. It's no way a man can feel like a woman. I don't care what you do to your body. I'm not hating here. I'm not talking no shit. I don't care what you get removed or get put on or got put, none of that shit. You're a man. There's no way you cannot feel like a man. Your body, your skin, the texture of your skin, your breath, your fucking Adam's apple, all this shit is indicative of male testosterone. What the fuck? You know what I mean? So we got too many men in our society doing this. And we need to be real, family. Like, just on some shit, as far as the community is concerned, I never see a lot of gay bashing. Sometimes we get these proclamations about black community where we don't like gay people. I don't know where any of this shit comes from. If you ever been to church, a lot of the members of the church is gay. If you ever been in your community, it's been a lot of dudes that we know that it's obvious they gay. Now, as kids, you're cruel, right? You see a dude jump roping all the time, hanging with 6 of the chicks. Your brain is trying to figure out what you're looking at. You may be cruel at times, but as a teenager, as a grown adult, being a black man here in America, I've never seen no men bash gay dudes. Like, get the fuck out of here. Fuck you. Let's beat him up. Never seen none of that shit with my eyes, with my own 2 eyes. I'm not saying it doesn't happen. I've just never seen it. And really, gay brothers and sisters, like gay brothers, let me hip y'all on to something. And I'm gonna speak for certain men here. Certain men, because we can't speak for everybody, but I know there are black men. I don't know any, but just by the sheer numbers, I'm sure there's some of them who say, hey, I'm a Christian. I feel what you're doing is bad based on the book that I read. I feel what you're doing is bad because society is pushing the gayness onto us to a degree. And if people are gay, then we can't procreate. This isn't my ideology, but I know people who think this way and think how you want to think. I don't have to agree to somebody to understand why they say that. That's like a big part of my personality, y'all, just so you know moving forward. I may disagree completely, but I'm like, you know what? I understand why you can say that. But gay men, just like a lot of the men I know have nothing to do with gay men. You know our only problem with gay people, with gay men to a degree? Watching a man act like a woman is uncomfortable. Simple as that. If you see a gay man who is pouncing on other straight men who all their mannerisms, everything about them is like a woman, it's off-putting initially. I have gay members in my family. I have gay men that I know that I'm very comfortable with. I don't judge them or make them feel a particular way because fuck all that shit. We got to have all hands on deck when it comes to our Black community. That's how I feel. But I'm not going to act like I don't have an uncomfortable feeling when I'm around certain gay people. So I had to analyze it like, damn, I know I don't hate the brother. I know I'm not gay, so I'm not dealing with some shit where I hope he don't see I'm attracted. You know what I mean? I'm not dealing with none of that kind of shit. But I have to admit, there's an uncomfortable nature, right? There's an uncomfortable feeling you may get from watching a man conduct himself like a woman. It's actually that simple. This is my logic, family. It's actually that simple. So I don't got no problem with my gay brothers and sisters, but bro, excuse me, Black men, if you having some this shit is funny, I'm sorry. If you having some feelings about other men, you may need to address that shit. Maybe you're a man who, I can only imagine how fucked up this could do to you mentally. Maybe you are a man who had something physically happen to you as a kid. You were insulted. You were touched by another man, by that uncle. You know how Black folks give it up. We have somebody in the family molesting every fucking body, but nobody say nothing, right? Uncle Rob just sick. Well, that nigga need help. We can't just call him sick. We got to bring him somewhere so he can get help and get that shit up out of him somehow. You feel me? We can't keep all these goddamn secrets all the time. And this is for generations upon generations. Let's keep it real. Black folks in our community have took into the secret route when we know Uncle Johnny touching everybody booty. Come on now. We be like, oh, wait, no, he just going through something. You better not say nothing. You lying. Have y'all ever seen that? Where you had a little cousin or a little cousin that's a female come out and tell her mama her uncle messing with her and be like, you're lying. The uncle will say, I wasn't messing with her. She just want me. She came on to me. Have you heard that shit? Right? That's a dysfunction, family. That's a dysfunction. And we need help for that shit. Because think about how can that kid ever grow up to be normal? Can that kid ever be in a space mentally again where they're okay when it's time for them to relate to the opposite sex? That's why some of the young boys, if their first sexual experience is with a man, they may end up liking men, not knowing why, being all, fuck that shit. Like I'm being funny about that video, family, but all of these are signs of mental health issues and trauma that we never fucking deal with in our community, family. Right? The uncle that was touching everybody should be in jail, right? Getting help or okay, cool. Y'all don't want to turn them into the cops. Say you got to go into this program for 3 to 6 months or we report your ass and you going to jail. Something, not sweeping it under the rug. You see what I'm saying? So this is your brother, man, Harrison, the Melanated Convo podcast. Thank you for everybody for tuning in today. Digital audience today. I played a lot of clips. I played a lot of video clips. If you want to see the actual video clips while I'm doing my show, go to the Melanated Convo on YouTube. You can see the videos of these actual shows on my video. Subscribers, please continue to like the videos, share the video, keep rocking with your boy. Again, this is Harrison, man, the Melanated Convo. Mental health is real in our community, family. I tried to have fun with y'all a little bit because, that's in my personality too. But this shit is serious, man. How we treat each other, how we relate, all of this is going to have an effect on our future, which is our children, which is everything we got at this point. You know what I mean? So rock with me, man. This is your boy Harrison. I'm out.